This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
This week on the show,
we're celebrating 300 episodes. We've been through all sorts of adventures, and now it's time to look back on some of the most unforgettable moments of the past 6 years, both in front of and behind the camera.
What are the most memorable adventures?
Oh, healthy red.
What have we learned along the way?
Whoa. This has got to be a little better here. Can't be any worse.
And what happens to all those outtakes?
Get outdoors, Darva.
Delmarva.
Oh, Delmarva.
So sit back and take a trip down memory lane right now on Outdoors Delmarva.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, our 300th episode special, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here's Andrew Tawes and Captain Willie Dykes.
Thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Andrew Tawes.
And I'm Captain Willie Dykes, and we're glad you could join us again this week.
That's right, Willie, and it is a special week because in just 6 short years, we've accomplished something we're quite proud of. This is the 300th episode of Outdoors Delmarva.
Yeah, Andrew, it's hard to believe. You know, we've been on hundreds of adventures during that time, so we're going to do our best to weed through it all and go back and show you some of them. We'll also take you for a look behind the scenes too, but we have to warn you, sometimes it gets a little sloppy.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Outdoors Delmarva.
The pilot episode of Outdoors Delmarva with Mike Parker and Captain Willie Dykes premiered on September 9th, 2010. It was a brand new venture during those early days, and no one quite knew what to expect.
Well, it was exciting, but I was scared to death because I'd kind of danced around on the edges of video production before, reporting from the helicopter. But this was going to be full up in front of the camera stuff, and so I didn't have much experience in that.
Thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Captain Willie Dykes. Now I have to say, here's a first off. Okay, I forgot about the bad guys being balloons.
We don't seem to see your butt next to me because people will talk. But I was also kind of tickled because it looked like I was going to be able to go hunting and fishing and play around outside at work, and that was something I'd kind of been looking for most of my professional life.
The very first show I cut for Outdoors Delmarva was like a memorable experience for me. I'll never forget it. It was the Cowboy Mounted Shooting Association, and these men and women were dressed up in period clothing, shooting 6 guns filled with #2 black powder from horseback. I was blown away by it. I was like, if this is how that show's gonna be, and we're gonna see cool stuff like this all the time, this is gonna be a lot of fun.
Andrew, how you doing?
I'm good, Willie. Good to be here and excited to work with you and Mike.
After 3 years on the air, a new face joined the team. On February 2nd, 2013, Andrew Tawes, grandson of legendary WBOC photojournalist Scorchy Tawes, made his first appearance.
I specifically remember the first thing I said was that I've only ever worked behind the camera. I've never been in front of the camera. And the response from the general manager here was, well, your grandfather was never on TV either, so you'll be fine. Okay. So we decided to head out on the trail of the whitetail. I checked out the show online and thought the production of it and the storytelling and just the excitement of it was just really interesting, and thought that'd be something I'd like to check out.
Anyone who spends much time outdoors from time to time sees things that are just too good to keep for yourself. I mean, you look around, you wish you had someone to share that with. And when you go into the field with someone who is really good with a camera to find something exciting, when you find it and you can share it with not just one person, but a whole lot of folks at one time, that's pretty satisfying.
Without a doubt, one of the things that comes to mind, parlor rollers. I remember getting a call from one of the fellows up at Delmarva Pigeon Club, and he said, we're having a meet up in Delaware, and we have these pigeons that roll along the ground instead of fly, and we actually measure them for distance, and we have contests. And he asked me, is that something you think you'd be interested in? I said, yeah.
Wow, I think the first one that jumps into my mind all the time when I think about all of our adventures, the most exciting, my most favorite one was probably the first time I went hunting with James Wynn. We saw one buck came in and hit all his scrapes up along the way. I mean, probably for 5-10 minutes we got to sit and watch that, and I'd never seen anything like it before. So it was just amazing.
Getting to sit at the controls of Panchito, that B-25 bomber, and actually fly it around for a while was an amazing experience. That's something that you put up on the wall for everybody to see. This has been such a rich experience. Picking out individual things is really tough. In the fishing category, I think everybody that ever lived on Delmarva should have the opportunity to catch one of those 4-foot long, huge trophy rockfish. I mean, that's really a kick. And even braving the Chesapeake Bay with high winds and high waves made it quite an experience for me.
I think one of the most memorable fishing trips I've had was when I took my oldest son fishing for the first time with my dad, and he caught his first fish, which just happened to be a speckled trout.
Get him, get him.
That is your first fish! Doing that, and also knowing that, you know, as a kid that I was able to go do that, and able to be on TV with my grandfather doing that, so I was able to put my son on there, and he'll be able to relive that experience forever, kind of like I'm able to do occasionally here on the show and look back at some of that stuff. So that was really neat to do.
Coming up next, when you do 300 shows, there's a lot to experience for the first time, and you may learn a thing or two along the way. But first, did you know? We like to shoot our show from land, sea, and air, but when was the very first time we actually took a camera under the water? The answer when we come back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, our 300th episode special, presented by Gateway Subaru, Higher Standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine and your local LG home comfort dealers.
This is Governor Larry Hogan. I just wanted to say congratulations on 300 episodes, Outdoors Delmarva.